Hey, this is a quick shout out for Cody and the team at Birds Underwater. And it's a bit overdue. I'm back in the UK. I was in Florida at the beginning of October. We're now towards the end of October. I'm back in the UK, and you can see it's a lot colder and a bit grayer than it was when I was with the Birds Underwater team. And the shout out is really because we went on a tour with Birds Underwater to see some manatees. And the manatees are not there in any volume right now. So it needed a bit of skill to find these manatees and also find a place that wasn't crowded out with all the other tours, from the hundreds of boats that go out looking for manatees at this time of year. And I am really pleased because me and my missus, we went on the boat. We had a bit of a tour. Very quickly out of the dock, we saw a manatee in the main river, in the estuary, which was really cool. But it was underwater and it was swimming around, so we didn't really get to see it. And then they went to a spot where there are springs and where the manatees go because it's a bit warmer for them. There's some new grasses planted. We learnt a lot about how the grasses are being replanted by the various tour companies. I think some of them play a bigger part than others. I think Birds Underwater play a big part in creating this underwater environment that manatees love, which is good for tourists, good for manatees, good for us, right? And good for the environment. And it was just really cool because when we got there was a whole crowd of people crowding an area, and I thought, this is just going to be like tourist mayhem. And without much of a noise, we went in the water, and then we were guided a bit away from the tour. And I thought, well, we were sort of moving away from where all the tours are, and I was busting to see a manatee. And we went down this little slip where there were some springs. I think they call it Home Springs or something. And it was just amazing because there was a mother and baby, quiet as anything. We were the only group, 10 of us or 8 of us in the water. It was magical, absolutely magical. And so I definitely recommend Birds Underwater. They really know their stuff. They really take care of their clients. And I was recommended by my daughter for diving with them, but I didn't do diving. I just went for this manatee thing. And the only thing I would suggest that needs to change is their photography. They don't sell underwater cameras, so I would really encourage you to buy an inexpensive underwater camera. There's loads on eBay and stuff. Please buy that and take that with you. You'd be really glad you did. The photographer who was with us at the time took about, maybe 15 shots. It was really, really not very good. And, we had to pay quite a lot for that stick. And the photographs, left a lot to be desired, to be fair. And I would just encourage you to get your own camera. And I would also encourage their photographers to really take many more shots, because people like us, we're there looking for the memories. And the photographs are a great memory, and more shots are better than less. We went into a place called Three Sisters. There was an underwater cormorant. There were no photographs of that. And Birds Underwater. I mean, goodness me, how could you miss that, right? And I had to beg and plead to get some footage from another guest who was on the boat with us. And then there was a beautiful crab in the springs. It's white and purple and blue, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And there was no photograph of that. And like an idiot, I hadn't brought my underwater camera, and I thought they'd sell it there, obviously, the underwater tours, but they didn't. Obviously, maybe it's better to sell their own camera footage for more money. But if you're doing that, give the tourists a value for money on that. Everything else was brilliant except the photography and the memories. So I encourage you for doing that. But otherwise, Birds Underwater, amazing place, amazing company, amazing team. Please consider using them for your underwater experiences. I know they're really well recommended for diving, and I'm certainly recommending for Manatee tours. Take care, all the best, and Cody and the team, thanks very much for going the extra mile to try to get me some photos that would relive some of the memories. I know. Well, anyway, look, let's leave it at that, and thank you for that, and appreciate all you've done for me and my missus to give us a great experience on the day. Thank you. Bye-bye.